One host of The View, Michelle Collins, who is actually so not talented that I didn't remember her name earlier in the show, said Johnson, who is an ICU nurse, basically read her emails out loud. While another, Joy Behar, questioned why Johnson would have a, quote, doctor's stethoscope around her neck. Joy Behar, you're stupid. And as I said earlier, is there such a thing as a doctor's stethoscope, a nurse's stethoscope, a nurse practitioner's stethoscope, a respiratory specialist stethoscope? You stupid. Making fun of Miss Colorado, Kelley Johnson, on The View. A show that if I watch, I projectile vomit. Now, in response, nurses rallied in defense of Johnson on social media using the hashtag #NursesMatter, Nurses United, hashtag Nurses Unite, hashtag My Talent is Nursing, hashtag Not Just a Nurse. That was the takeaway from Johnson's monologue, that she is not just a nurse. Hashtag Nurses Rock is out there expressing their outrage at what they deemed a devaluation of the very topic she was addressing, the importance of a nurse's job. I'm reading from NJ.com. And yes, they said it is completely appropriate for a nurse to use a stethoscope. Some even posted pictures of their stethoscope to prove the point. Now, let me go ahead and prove a point. Because about 12 years ago, I had started the enrollment into a school to be a nurse. I thought, Joseph Reed thought, hey, I care about people. I think I might want to do this. I ended up going other directions, obviously, but one of the things, when they sent me a form of things that I needed to go ahead and purchase, one of them was a stethoscope. And I'm not a doctor, Joy Behar, you stupid. And I don't understand how the hosts of The View can make fun of a nurse, Miss Colorado Kelley Johnson, using the talent portion of Miss America to talk about the talent of nursing and to talk about how important the patients view nursing and how important it is to be a nurse. And then just make fun of it because apparently they have nothing else to make fun of. Give me a break. What makes me even more upset about this situation is that I feel like that shows like The View do this on purpose for ratings. Now, somebody may disagree with me. That's cool. It's my opinion, my show, my microphone, and that's great. But I think that The View might have done this because they could turn, and today on The View they may make some kind of mild apology, and they may say, oh, we love nurses. We were just making fun of her, the way she presented herself. I don't know how they're gonna turn this. I suspect that they'll kind of say, oh, this is overreaction. We respect nurses, and they'll tell some kind of story about how important nurses were to them, and they'll try to smooth it over. When I think the very first point they were trying to make on the show on Monday, the points they were making against Kelley Johnson were simply to stir up controversy because the ratings aren't as good as they once were, ladies and gentlemen. So if they can stir up enough controversy, journalists or talk show hosts like me will watch the show to see how they react, and thus the ratings will go up. I think it's a ratings ploy. But you're using that, you're setting that idea on the shoulder of caring nurses and patients. The View, right? It's your view. And with the exception of a few decent people on that show, most of them are just controversial, liberal, anti-Christian freaks of nature. That's what they are. Now, I'm going to post these videos at josephreedonline.com, the video of Kelley Johnson, Miss Colorado's monologue, and the video of The View's response to it, making fun of her. It's going to be on josephreedonline.com, so make sure to check that out. I have a problem with anyone who would make fun of someone's profession for the sake of ratings, which I think is what happened here, plain and simple. So I'm curious as to how the View will respond today, or how they've already responded by the time you listen to this show. The View is not on. This is early Wednesday morning, September 16th, on Read and Write. We appreciate you subscribing on iTunes. You can go to Read and Write on iTunes podcast app and subscribe for free. And you can also go to the Podbean app. If you do not have an Apple device or iTunes, you can download the Podbean app through Android or Google, and you can subscribe to the show on there for free. That's right, it's free, people. I mean, how much better can it be? It's free! Doesn't that excite you to know that something is free out there that's entertaining and fun and can help you on your commute? Yes. And you can also listen to all the shows streaming or download and share at josephreedonline.com, and we appreciate you for doing that as I take another drink of my